October 14th, 1943, 25,000 feet over Schweinfurt. A B-17 flying fortress shudders in the cold. In the waist window, Technical Sergeant Robert "Bobby" Mitchell leans into the plexiglass and squeezes the triggers. Tracer lines float outward. A Focke Wulf 190 flashes through and rolls away untouched. He had led the target the way he was taught. He still missed by what felt like 100 feet. He is not alone. Thousands of rounds fired, almost nothing hit. The math of failure is piling up. 2 months earlier, the illusion cracked wide open. August 17th, 1943. Regensburg and Schweinfurt. 2 massive raids. The 8th Air Force sends hundreds of B-17s. By nightfall, dozens of bombers are gone. Many more will never fly again. Gunners report hundreds of German fighters destroyed. Post-war records show a fraction of that. The gap is not a lie. It is a symptom. Human marksmanship cannot keep up with closing speeds, angles, and the physics of thin air. Interwar doctrine had promised protection through firepower. The flying fortress bristled with machine guns. Interlocking fields of fire, tight formations, precision in daylight. It looked perfect on the chalkboard. The sky did not care about the chalkboard. Consider the problem in the waist gun. A Messerschmitt 109 charges head-on. Combined speeds near 600 miles each hour. In a single second, the fighter covers nearly 900 feet. The gunner has perhaps 2 seconds from sighting to fly by. A .50 caliber bullet leaves the barrel at roughly 2,800 feet each second at sea level. At high altitude, the air thins. Velocity changes. Drop increases. The bomber is moving. The fighter is moving. The shooter is breathing hard in a vibrating aluminum tube. 14 variables in 3 dimensions. No human mind can solve that in time. Not while tracer fire and cannon shells are reaching back. Some gunners sensed this before the mathematicians did. A small ball turret under a B-17 at Bassingbourn. Master Sergeant Anthony Kowalski abandons careful tracking. He calls it the garden hose. He sprays ahead of where the fighter must go. He walks tracers into a path and forces the attacker through a stream of bullets. Mocked at first, he starts getting results. Debriefers ask for formulas. He shrugs. I fill the air where he has to be. In England, an operations research team combs combat films. Major William Becker, a physicist in uniform, watches frame by frame. The best gunners are not the neatest shooters. They are the fastest. They fire most in the shortest time into likely approach corridors. Precision gives way to probability. In Florida, at Eglin Field, the United States Army Air Forces run the numbers. Radio-controlled drones fly repeatable tracks over the Gulf. Crews test aimed fire. They test zone fire. They test coordinated barrages from multiple stations. Millions of rounds go downrange. The results stun even the true believers. Traditional tracking yields a hit now and then. Zone firing, when done methodically into mapped approach zones, is several times more effective. Probability beats precision. The theory behind it comes from an unlikely voice. Captain Robert Lindsay, an actuary in civilian life, explains it simply. Individual enemy pilots are unpredictable. As a group, they are not. Fighters choose certain angles because physics and survival demand those angles. They break off in patterns. If you map those patterns, you can fill the highest probability space with bullets. You do not aim at a plane. You aim at a future. Commanders act. Curtis LeMay, hard-eyed and unsentimental, tells his gunners to forget romantic marksmanship. Fill the bucket, he says. Put lead into the air the attacker must occupy to shoot you. Make him cross a wall he cannot see. Training changes almost overnight. At Las Vegas, Kingman, Harlingen, Buckingham, Tyndall, and Fort Myers, instructors throw out lectures on perfect sight pictures. In come lessons on approach statistics, on rate of fire, on barrel change timing, on keeping guns feeding without stoppages. Crews practice coordinated fire so that nose, waist, and tail create overlapping curtains. The Waller gunnery trainer rolls film of German attacks, while students learn to paint zones, not chase silhouettes. None of this makes the sky gentle, but by winter, something shifts. German pilots who once dashed through loose, elegant tracers now tear into dense patterns. Their confidence fades. Bomber losses remain heavy, but the exchange improves. When long-range escorts, the P-51 Mustangs, arrive in strength, the odds change again. Gunners are no longer snipers. They are probability machines. They do not hunt single fighters. They shape the sky. Back over Schweinfurt, Bobby Mitchell lines up for another pass. He resists the urge to chase the bright speck. He aims into empty blue where the fighter must come. He squeezes and keeps squeezing. A steady stream. The Focke Wulf commits. The tracers convert from art to arithmetic. Probability reaches up and takes a bite.